we go. Bought a taxi from St Arnaud to Lakehead Hut and into it. Here we go. That's where I'm headed. Going to catch a water taxi too, cheating a little, just going to enjoy the boat ride across the lake. Going up to Upper Travers today and then hopefully over to Westerby. Turn around and look back. You've got to do that sometimes. This is what you see. Gorgeous. And up we go to the saddle, and up there is the pole that we headed to, and that's Mount Travers. I did it. I came all the way up. Still just a little bit more to go. I stayed in Westerby Hut last night and I'm now on the way to Blue Lake, and I have a walking buddy I've had for the last day and a half, so she's joining me today and then we'll head off to another place. So we're up and early actually, 6:30ish. The hut was full last night, so we just want to try and beat the rush and definitely get beds for tonight because the hut tonight is smaller. So we'll see what happens. Yay! See you along the way. That is tomorrow, that little pass. That's where I'll be going through tomorrow, but headed to Blue Lake now. So it was a lovely short day today. We walked from West Sabine Hut up to Blue Lake Hut. So just under 4 hours, and I've just been relaxing all afternoon, which has been really lovely. And sit down by the lake for breakfast, late breakfast, early lunch. And then just chilling out after yesterday's huge effort. I'm thankful for the shorter day today, and then I'll be ready for Waiau Pass tomorrow. Looking forward to that. And there are 4 people at least in the hut that are going over, so that gives me a little comfort knowing that other people are going to be on the track. So I'll head out nice and early to try and beat the heat of the day, and then if I get into any trouble I can just stop and wait for somebody to catch up to me. That's my plan, and I'll stick to that and see how I get on. So this is me leaving Blue Hut for Waiau Pass. A little nervous, tummy's doing flip-flops, but I've got this, I can do it. There are a couple of people, 4 people behind me. So I'll either take on to them or sit down and wait for one of them if I get tricky, but I'm gonna give it a go, see how I get on. Ooh. So that's Lake Constance, you can just see, and I'm at the top of the pass, which isn't great from that angle, but over here you can see the rest. Woohoo! I made it. I've got to say, I was freaking out. Oh, that was steep and scary, and I just wanted to cry, but I had to keep going. You can do this, just to the next pole, but I made it. Having a Snickers bar to celebrate and have a little drink before I have to do a bit of a descent. Oh gee. Oh well, we'll think about that in a little bit. For now, I will enjoy the fact that I made it to the top. In the tent at the end of Waiau Pass day. Wee, that was tough. I'm glad we came up the way we did and not in reverse. You'll see photos probably, but going uphill, every time I turned around and looked down I was like, jeez, crikey, don't want to look at that. I could never have gone down it. Coming down the other side was a complete scramble, but so much more of an angle to work with than straight down, and it wasn't full of scree, so yeah, I felt much more comfortable coming down the other side, and now I'm all set up in this cozy little Upper Forks campsite. It's got room for a couple of tents, and it's got a fireplace right by the river, so I am just hanging out, resting after what was a well-deserved rest after a good day. So something that's been on my mind is realising that I want to connect with New Zealand, but for me that means the people, not the land. So it's interesting, I've had a few days on the trail now, and it's lovely, but actually it's the people that I am more interested in. So I'm thinking that maybe I go and find the people and have adventures with them, rather than just having an adventure on my own and meeting new people along the way. Something to think about. I met Simona, who is a lovely Romanian lady who lives in Auckland and moved to New Zealand to do lots of tramping, hiking. And I walked with her for a couple of days, and actually she gave me lots of confidence that you can take your own pace, you can find your own way, it's not a race. It was just amazing to think she's done so many walks around New Zealand and is out and about just getting it done. It was really inspiring and made me feel confident that I could do this by myself. Good morning, I'm up and away. I'm up at Upper Waiau Forks camp and headed to Waiau Hut. It's only a 4-hour stroll, so I'm getting that done early to have a relaxing afternoon at the hut. This is where I stayed last night. Cool fireplace. A dad and a kid got that started. I was in this little shady bit here, another spot for a tent over the back, and just in here. So nicely sheltered by trees, no wind. It was lovely. So glad I didn't do this yesterday and just camped where I did, so I'd come at this with fresh energy, because I think it's going to be like this all the way. No wonder it takes 4 hours.